The icebergs of Greenland's Fjord are beautiful, often enormous and very old. They've travelled far, slowly moving from Greenland's frozen interior to join the world's oceans. All of these giant blocks of frozen fresh water come from the Greenland ice sheet, deposited by glaciers. When that happens, they contribute to increases in sea levels. It's an ancient process, but it's getting faster and it's overtaking all predictions. Scientists are working to understand why. A team from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute believes part of the answer is underwater. A year ago, the scientists left 2 instruments at the bottom of the fjord to record water temperature, salinity and other measurements. This is the recovery mission.
Roger, roger. Should be 60 meters directly ahead of us. 60 meters directly ahead. Roger, 60.
The instruments were designed to release and float to the surface when triggered with a sonar key. After a long hunt, they find one.
That's it. That's what we're looking for.
The other remains on the bottom or trapped beneath an iceberg. The challenges of scientific research in an Arctic fjord.
We're getting excellent data now. We're going to deploy 9 more moorings.
Oceanographer Fiamma Strano believes Greenland's glaciers are accelerating, at least partly because of major changes in ocean currents caused by the warming of the planet. She says lots of warm, salty, subtropical water is now flowing right up to the glaciers and melting them underwater.
Pretty much throughout the fjord, beneath 150 meters, the water is somewhere between 2 and 4 degrees, which is very warm. I mean, 4 degrees might not seem very warm if you want to swim in it, but it's very warm in terms of melting capabilities.
Recent theories like this, explaining the changes to Greenland's glaciers, aren't included in existing climate change models.
The scientists believe their work here shows that sea levels will rise much faster and sooner than current modelling predicts. And they believe that means the information being used by world leaders and policymakers to try and come up with a united strategy on climate change is out of date, and it significantly underestimates just how serious the problem will be.
That's why environmental activists with Greenpeace have also come to Greenland. The crew of the Arctic Sunrise is working with independent scientists here, promoting their research ahead of December's International Climate Change Summit in Copenhagen.
Certainly the scientists that are studying climate change impacts here in Greenland in 2009 have a much more urgent and dire warning than they had in 2005.
The Copenhagen Summit's goal is to thrash out a new agreement on carbon emissions to replace the Kyoto Treaty, signed 12 years ago. While a minority of scientists question man's role in the warming of the planet, the great majority say the world's climate has changed alarmingly since Kyoto. And they say the proof is here, among the melting icebergs of Greenland. Phil Black, CNN, Greenland'S Fjord, southeastern Greenland.